My real name is Hanka Manipi Mani. And the best way we can get it in English is Longwalker. So, my dad had a government name. They gave him, his name was Ernie Peters, but his Dakota name was Wakasawashe, which means good man. And then my mother's name was Elsie Heminger, her government name, but her Dakota name was Gamimina Waka, means it's a sacred butterfly woman. I belong to the Metawanki to a Dakota Oyate. Oyate is his nation. We're not a tribe, we're a nation. There's so many on the... I was raised mostly by my great-grandfather because the educational system then, they only had one school and one German teacher who didn't speak very good English, teaching all 8th grades. And so my schooling was, my mind was so open and pure that all the knowledge that come from my great-grandfather, Ojaja Wakan, that was my teaching. The school years was nothing. No education, only intelligence. that goes back to 1492. In 1492, the new people, the original wetbacks and illegal aliens, set foot on our Western Hemisphere. The deterioration of our culture started. They considered us to be nothing but like a rock or a tree or something that just, it's in a way, move it. They didn't figure that we existed. And then the treatment we got by putting us on the reservations, we call them concentration camps. We couldn't go off the reservation if we weren't allowed to, but they could come on it. And then as we got older, they took us and put us in boarding schools. For 9 months of the year, we couldn't speak our language. We couldn't we couldn't do our ceremonies or anything like that. If we did, we were punished. It was run by the government, and part of it I know was a Catholic church, because some of the words they used I understood as Catholic.
Tell them about the 11 bills, the 11 bills and legislation.
Oh yeah, Cunningham and Meads, two senators, introduced 11 bills to do away with our reservations completely, or concentration camps, I should say, completely, take away everything. Figuring that because they pushed us so far this long that no one would resist. Well, my brother and me got together and we started holding meetings, and then of course other people joined, and it took over 2 years of meetings, some in Mexico, some in Canada, and we had a final meeting at DQ University. That's the Indian Chicano University, and we decided what we're going to do. We decided on a walk. We've been walking all our lives, and on that walk, before we got to Washington, D.C., we had defeated all 11 bills without any legislation, any congressional help, anything, the lobbyists. We did it with the sacred pipe. People from all over the world joined us. You couldn't believe it. We had people who quit their jobs, school, running from the jail system. Not that they were did anything wrong, just being indigenous. There's a lot of things about that, but I always tell my brothers from Africa, we all have a homeland. Each nationality has a homeland. A great spirit gave us each a homeland. Yours is Africa, ours is Western Hemisphere. But the only color that didn't believe that was the white color. They brought the black man over here against his will, the slaves. So when the first slave escaped, he was taken in. He or she was taken in by the indigenous nations of this Western Hemisphere, and they became equal to. They married into the tribes. They fought with us. We fought together against the same enemy. I want to say Emana. I don't know how to say that. I get mixed up on the damn words. And I learned to talk like him. That word I just said, that's not our word. That's word, damn. But we are the majority, the red and the black man. If you people would take time to look at Mother Earth and all her children, you see the red and the black ant. One part is red, the other half is black. That's the only creation. And the ants are the ones that bring us so much medicine. If we could live like them, the ants is a lesson, but too long to talk right now. It takes a lifetime to understand the power that the ants possess and the leisure and the beauty that they have when it's time when they rest. They work all summer, in other words, and rest all winter. Yeah. 500 years of input by the illegal aliens and wetbacks. The materialism, the technology, their concept of education and religion. Taking away everything our people had. Their smell, their taste, their ears, their eyes. And their lives if they didn't follow them. I said, they have the media 24/7. They have your sweatshops, I mean, and the drugs and to pacify the people. They import drugs and alcohol, and yet they blame the people. They're the ones doing it. They're the ones bringing in all the sickness to this country. It's not our people, but our people see now that they can live like the man, the materialism, the technology, the airplanes, the boats, and the yachts and stuff. So naturally, who would rather go on a yacht or travel around the world or come to a sweat lodge? You know, you have to be realistic. Coming to a sweat lodge like this, it would not be a reality to them anymore. They've lost their humanistic values. They no longer love Mother Earth. I don't, at this point, and it's kind of late, I think what you're doing here, maybe more people could see this. And then one of the greatest things that I think is wrong is that we have lost our respect for our female women, for Mother Earth. It's like they say when you drive too fast, your car will slide off the highway. We're going so fast now, we don't even touch no more. We're flying and don't even know where we're going. We have to come back down to the earth, to Mother Earth. We have to get, that's not dirt, that's her flesh. We're poisoned her blood, the water, the air we breathe, they poison it. So, how do we do that? And then I tell my black brothers like my red brothers, you say you want to change the world, then stop sending your children to their schools. They're getting Western education, which is a deterioration of the mind. You're getting an education for a handful of perverts in Washington, the real illegal aliens. And they take them away. We have to come back home. Use the intelligence that the Creator gave us, we're born with, to love Mother Earth and all creation again. We have to do that, but how do you do that? Every day I burn smoke, I make smoke so to help the people, but I need a truckload a day. Maybe it would do something, but that's why I think what you brothers are doing right now is very important. We have to go home and educate our people. I have a hard time, but we have to. The people say, "Have you take your children to Disneyland, to this place, to that place? You know, we're going to have a birthday party. We're going to have Mother's Day, Father's Day. Going to have Christmas." That's all. That's not ours. Every day is Mother's Day. Every day we should treat each other like we're going to Disneyland. If you want them to learn, you can't go to Disneyland. What's there to learn? It's a temporary excitement. Bring them to Redwind. And it don't cost you nothing, just the gas to get here. And what time I got left, I'd be glad to teach them. It'd be hard on me because of my age, but I'd be glad to show them what I do during the day. You could set up so they would know. Bring them here. I can show them. I can show them how to get rid of all the sickness out there. First, when you sit down, you accept not in the house. You accept the sky up there, and then you come down the mountains, the hills, the walls. Then you come down to the trees, the walls. Then you come down to all the bushes, the relations. Then you come down to Mother Earth, the floor. This is our house. This is our home. This is our school. It not only provides us with education, but it gives us food, medicine. You could go on and on. I can show them so much medicine here. Why go to the pharmacy? Right now, there's medicine, a certain time of years it grows. If you know how to pick it and dry it, you have it for the rest of the year. Right now, there's medicine growing you can eat fresh. So, yeah, you got to take them away from if you stop and think what they brought us and what we had. If you don't know what you had, then you have to bring them here so I can tell you what you had. Because I've talked to the old people in Africa too. We all got the same thoughts. It's identical. Except when the new people come, they broke it up. They isolated the truth. They give us their lie. The first commandment in the Bible says, "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife." Where did Jesus come from? And that hurts a lot of our people today, especially Brother Farrakhan. He used to get mad at me. He was illegal because if God ordered on Joseph's wife, then he committed the first sin. And they said, "Oh no, that was they have church name for it.
Immaculate Conception.
Immaculate
Conception.
Yeah. So I said, you know what, brother? I wrote a song for you. The song goes, "You're gonna come to my shack or your shack, or shall we go to bed and then go to bed to go?" Woo-ha! Immaculate Conception. That song, Abednego, Meshach, Hoshach, and like I said, this is how I feel about your religion. It's not right. We are not religion people. Mother Earth is our teacher. I talked to the people over there too, the same thing. They said, "No, it's not our way of life, but it was forced on us." And now our people are the ones that are pushing religion. Religion is the downfall of all humanity. They're finding out now that the truth is that of the church and stuff is nothing but a lie. It's a perversion, hypocrisy. And I asked the brothers, I said, I always ask you, forgive me for talking against the false belief, but I know mine, and I know yours because I talk to your old people. This is not our way of life. So how do we bring our children home? Some of us are going to have to bite our tongue and realize that what we're doing for our children is wrong. It's wrong.